Tucked away in an industrial area of southwest DeKalb County is Constitution Lakes Park. Its nondescript entrance off of Moreland Avenue hides a surprisingly beautiful nature preserve and wetland unusual for its proximity to an urban center. The park and its origins are unique in their own right, but it also features one of Atlanta's most creative, ongoing art projects, Doll's Head Trail. I'm Craig with the Gwinnett County Public Library, and I'm here to show you this one-of-a-kind park just southeast of the city. Constitution Lakes sits in a 25-square-mile piece of land known as Soapstone Ridge, so named for the rock that has been quarried here for thousands of years. Recorded activity in the area dates back to the archaic period of North American history, when Native Americans built an expansive and lucrative trade network based on the soapstone. It's believed that Soapstone Ridge was the epicenter of this network until the end of the Archaic period, when use of the rock ebbed around 1000 BC. In modern history, the land around Constitution Lakes attracted brick manufacturers drawn to the area by its abundance of Georgia red clay and the railroads built following the Civil War. The South River Brick Company was established in 1892, and the company's excavation pits are now Constitution Lakes. Brick produced by South River was used in several major Atlanta construction projects of the late 19th and early 20th centuries, including the historic Candler Building downtown. During this time, South River was locked in intense competition with the notorious Chattahoochee Brick Company, whose owner was former Atlanta mayor and convict leasing proponent James W. English. Just as a note, Chattahoochee Brick Company, English, and the history of convict leasing are covered extensively in Douglas Blackmon's excellent Slavery by Another Name, which you can find in GCPL's collection. South River insisted on using free laborers, which put it at a competitive disadvantage against Chattahoochee's much cheaper convict labor. Added to its troubles were deliberate efforts by English to undermine his competitors, a devastating fire at another of its brickworks elsewhere in the city, and worsening market conditions. South River Brick Company went bankrupt in 1915, and by 1929 the Constitution Lakes land had been acquired by Chattahoochee. Rainfall and constant flooding from the South River filled the clay excavation pits, and throughout the remainder of the 20th century, the land was used primarily for fishing and as a dumping ground by trains running along the adjacent railroad. It wasn't until 2003 that DeKalb County purchased the land for the purpose of a park and nature preserve. The wetland environment attracts a wide variety of wildlife not often seen in urban settings, including several types of waterfowl. Fishing is still allowed in the lakes, which are filled with bass, catfish, and crappie. Snakes are common as well, so be on the lookout if you choose to visit. When South River Brick Company was in operation, an immense amount of brick too poor in quality for commercial use was dumped on the site. When you visit today, it's impossible to walk through the park without seeing these relics of its past, or the trash accumulated through decades of dumping and flooding. In 2011, local carpenter Joel Slayton took notice of this when he first began exploring the park. Seeking a new project, he began assembling found objects into art pieces, many of which feature doll parts and wasted bricks. He placed these along a path on the eastern edge of the park, and as he continued to add new pieces, support for his project grew. By 2012, the new path became known as Doll's Head Trail. Today, the project is maintained and curated by a team of volunteers who also help to clean the park of fresh debris brought in with South River floods. Visitors can add their own vignettes to the trail, so long as they are in good taste and include only trash found on the park property. The project aims to encourage people to enjoy the outdoors and to be responsible stewards of natural spaces. The entrance to Constitution Lakes Park stands near the intersection of Moreland Avenue and South River Industrial Boulevard in DeKalb County. Entry is free, and the park is open daily from dawn to dusk, with trails that circle and cross Constitution Lake. Doll's Head Trail is located in the eastern portion of the park and requires a relatively short walk to reach it. You'll find signs that guide you to the trail and reminders of how to enjoy the park. Constitution Lakes is a very cool little park off of the beaten path, and I encourage you to go take a visit for yourself. And remember that Gwinnett County Public Library offers abundant print and digital resources for those interested in Georgia history. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy your visit.